breakfast puppies?
This podcast contains adult language and content and is meant for mature audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
You are listening to the Glitterbois.
All right, following up from last week, we're going to talk about the OCC Nightbane. Not to be confused with the game we just did and you're probably just listened to. Yeah. So within the book, there are, on the Day of Darkness, there are a whole bunch of young adults who suddenly were drowned into a 24-hour non-technical world. And during that time of darkness, they changed. Their inner self, what was it called? I'm sorry.
The Morphus.
The Morphus came out. Now, this can manifest in many ways. Anyway, from like bestial forms, from everything from arachnid to lizard to, you know, your minotaur werewolf. But it can also come in cybernetic forms. This kind of Geigery biomechanical living metal flesh thing.
It can mix the two or more together at the same time as well.
Spider robot body. Yeah, that's horrifying.
Hey, one of the options is the lower half of a motorcycle. And if you're given the option to have the lower half of a motorcycle, you say yes.
Mototar. So if you have Nightbane in front of you, why don't you go ahead and flip to page 86, and we're going to talk about the OCC Nightbane.
Yeah, so the Nightbane is what is called an RCC. Now, in the earlier days of Palladium, as in like the 90s and early 2000s, the RCC term was frequently used for a variety of things. Usually it meant, it was supposed to mean, this is a racial character class. This character cannot be another class kind of thing. But they never quite stuck with that. In this case, this is a racial character class. You play a Nightbane, this is your whole thing. And you can have some education and whatnot, but it just assumes that you're a young adult. So you are essentially coming in as someone who is, where does it say? When creating a night spawn, because I'm using the original OG book because I'm a hipster like that. When creating a night spawn character, the player should keep in mind that most night spawn were normal young adults or teenagers until they're becoming. So you probably haven't had a job. You haven't gone to college. You're someone young.
Yeah, you're high school or younger.
Mm-hmm.
They're called also the race of the thousand shapes, which means you're not picking from like, say, Rifts and I'm going to be a dragon hatchling. All right, well, you have 6 or 7 dragons to choose from. Go for it.
Yeah.
There are an immensely, and it has tables for it all.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of rolling to figure out what you are here.
In this book alone, there are hundreds of options. I'm pretty certain that in the combined tables book that I also have, which is like the survival guide or something, there are probably thousands.
Yeah.
So you get some basic abilities like, some senses and the ability to walk through mirrors into the night world. That's pretty fucking cool. You get some immunities to things. You get some cool bonuses, a few natural, cool spooky powers. Your stats go up in Morphus form. You get a whopping plus 10 base to physical strength, physical endurance, and speed. So it's like you're
that's before your Morphus is chosen.
Yeah. So you're turned into a badass here. But then the best part, in my opinion, the best part is the Morphus table collection.
I thought you were going with Mirror Walk, but yeah.
Oh, Mirror Walk's pretty cool, but if we just skip over the skill package options and go on straight to page 91, we get to the creating the night spawn. And they go into some text here about, what you're doing and why, and do you want to roll or do you want to choose? And ultimately, it's really up to you. But I prefer to have people randomly roll. And before we start rolling, I want to share a story from the last time I read Nightbane. This is back when I lived in Atlanta. I had a group of friends, and I said, I want to play this horror game where you're going to transform into monsters and fight evil. But I didn't tell them much of anything else beyond that. I didn't let them read the book. You're just normal people young adults, teens, at most early 20s. What's your connection? So they decided they were in a band. It's like, fuck yeah. They were all members of a punk rock band that they decided to name the Slippery Fucking Bastards, a really crappy local punk rock band in the Atlanta scene. Dark Day happened and crazy shit was happening around them, to them, and they still hadn't transformed yet. I decided to make it a rule that if they died, if something happened and their hit points went to 0, or they were like severely attacked or traumatized, that's when it happened. And everybody was like, oh my God, I hope I get to die next. So I can fight. And then we would randomly roll it on the spot to determine what they were. And it was so exciting.
They're all jumping down the throats of the first thing that walks through the door.
Yeah. So then they later became a Nightbane band and played at Nightbane clubs.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, you ready to do this?
Yeah, I got some dice right in front of me. The first table I have, I'm not looking at the OG one, but I have the appearance table.
Yep.
Is that the one you're looking at?
Yeah.
All right. So I have almost human, inhuman but beautiful, marred beauty, lycanthrope, monstrous lycanthrope, inhuman shape, and bizarre.
The best one.
45. I am marred beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Harlock wouldn't be anything without that patch and that scar, you know. It's got to be the scar that runs vertical, not one of those weird jagged ones.
Well, that gives you 3 tables that you have to roll on. The Unearthly Beauty table, the Stigmata table, and the Night Spawn Characteristics table. So let's do that last one first, because it is the next table on the page. So roll once on the Nightbane Characteristics table.
All right. 76, which gives me unnatural limbs.
All right, cool. So that adds another one that we have to roll on. So let's just go ahead and move on to Unearthly Beauty and see how you're beautiful.
99.
Ooh.
Other. Oh, no.
Oh, well, so it says, the game master and player can develop a different form of unearthly beauty. The physical attractiveness could be balanced by an inhuman or intimidating feature. Alternatively, roll 3 times and combine the results as per 91 through 95. That's what we're going to do.
All right. Is that on this table?
On this table, roll 3 times.
Okay.
If it's 91 or higher, ignore it and re-roll.
Okay. 50.
50. You have elfin features. You're increased your physical beauty by 7 points and your size by 1d6 inches. You have a basic horror factor of 6. So yeah, slender, delicate features, et cetera, et cetera. All right. So we're looking pretty good. We don't need to write any of this down. We're just
messing around here.
Messing around.
76.
76. You are also a fallen angel.
I got wings.
Physical beauty goes up another 6. And you also have feathered wings on your back, which provide a slow flying speed.
There's my additional limb.
Mm-hmm.
93, reroll.
Yep, reroll.
100, reroll.
Reroll. Yeah.
6.
Doll-like appearance. Oh my God. Your figure is also small and toy. Okay. Your size is now reduced 2d6 plus 10 inches. Your skin becomes unnaturally smooth and featureless. Body temperature is inhumanly cold. You gain another 6 physical beauty.
I'm gorgeous.
Okay, so if standing perfectly still, you might pass as a storefront mannequin. Your horror factor is increased to 10.
Okay.
So you are, wow. All right, cool. So that's that table down. I'm loving this. So I think the next one was Stigmata, and then there was another one on unnatural limbs. So moving ahead a few pages. Stigmata is on page 101.
There it is. 86.
Ooh.
Which is
bones.
Oh, I'm a gutted cherub.
Wow, a gutted elfin doll cherub. So you'd have bones. Some or even all of your body has been stripped of flesh and muscle. Add a shitload of SDC, 5d6 times 10. And And an additional 1d4 plus 1 to horror factor. Tell you what, just roll that 1d4 and see what we got. We're working with a base 10.
2.
Okay, your horror factor is now currently 13.
So that's unnatural limbs table next?
That would be the last one you have to roll on. Yeah.
65 again.
4 arms. Wow.
And wings.
Okay, these are 4 bony doll elf angel corpse arms. So you have an extra pair of arms and hands. You get an extra attack for melee, and all are ambidextrous and double jointed. Roll another d4.
1.
Okay, you have a horror factor of 14 total.
Oh, Lord. And that's me.
Yeah. And that's fucking awesome.
I was hoping for the biomechanical.
Oh, man.
I really wanted the wheels and or treads.
Fuck, sure. Let's see what you got. I mean, see what you would have gotten. Was it biomechanical?
13.
13. That would be plastic. Wow.
That's why I have a creepy blank doll face.
Yeah, you would.
Because I'm plastic.
Some are replaced with plastic or rubber. You get to pick the colors and texture. You add another 5d6 to SEC, another point to horror factor. Unless the skin coverings are made of translucent plastic, adding another 1d6 to horror factor, which is clearly what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. At this point, why back down?
Man,
and that's how you choose your Morphus.
And these are the good guys. The good guys. Oh,
fallen elfin skinned angel four-armed baby.
Yeah, then you get talents,
Classic.
which are like things like you're impervious to magic, or you have a cool dark whip of dark energy, or you can ride the lightning, literally, or reshape
or shadow blast.
Yeah, some of these are so cool. Sharing the flesh. Okay, this whole list is a straight up metal album right here. Like Shadow Slide, Sharing the Flesh, Storm Maker, See Truth, Lightning Rider. Come on. I had that Metallica album.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Look at the one on page 109. It's the Owl Warrior. Oh God, that's so fucking badass.
That is pretty cool.
God. Yeah. So there's other options as well. Let's say you want to play a Nightbane who's a magician. You can totally do that. Or you can want to play a Nightbane who's a mystic who has magic and psychic. You can totally do that too. There's options for that.
Or a druid type thing.
Yeah.
With the Lord or Lady of the Wild.
Yeah, so it's awesome. It's just awesome. It's so awesome I frequently have to change my pants when I talk about this game. Like it's And dear listener, we have a sister podcast called Bikers, Dice, and Bars. And when we've had a particularly juicy episode recording and we're rather drunk, sometimes we stick around and record an additional episode of us, now that we're drunk, trying to make characters for a role-playing game that I randomly pull off my shelf. We did Nightbane once. It was fucking amazing. I will link it in the show notes. I wholeheartedly encourage you, listener, to go find it and give it a listen. And it will actually walk you through creating a group of characters for Nightbane. And some of the combinations there will surprise you.
Yeah.
That's all I got. What do you think about this so far?
I kind of want to roll up an actual character and find a game, but I'm in too many games right now.
Too many games, man. Yeah.
Stupid life getting in the way of gaming.
Yeah.
All right. That's our talk about the OCC of Nightbane. I imagine we're going to revisit this particular corner of Palladium again.
Yeah.
This is one of NPC's favorites. This is his Robotech.
Yeah, that creature that y'all fought in the 4 Million Years Astral Demon dungeon was from Nightbane. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that was ugly. That was not good. What was it?
I actually took 2 creatures and combined them because I fuck with everything. And it was, I don't think any of them are in this book. They're in later books. One's called a Morpheomoth and one called a Necrophim.
Oh, right.
And then I combined them into Necromorpheomoth, and it was a fearsome creature.
Yeah, it was not phased by Abel at all. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in, everybody. We'll catch you on the next episode.
See ya.
You've been listening to The Glitterbois, a Palladium Books fan podcast. Glitterbois, Rifts, the Megaverse, and all other such topics are the property of Kevin Siembieda and Palladium Books. Please buy all their stuff and help keep them in print and making more games. You can order directly at palladiumbooks.com, and their entire catalog is available digitally at Drive-Thru RPG as well. Our opening music is 8-Bit Bass and Lead by Furby Guy from freesound.org. This closing music is Caravana by Philip Gross, available at freemusicarchive.org. All sound effects used are self-made or acquired via Creative Commons Zero license. If you like what you have heard, find us on Twitter and Facebook as The Glitterbois. That's BOIS. And check us out online at breakfastpuppies.com/glitterbois. And also join us on the Breakfast Puppies Network Discord at breakfastpuppies.com/discord. And if you want to help us out, please spread the word and help us build a community. Thanks again for listening. We'll catch you next time.